I 22F, never thought I'd be posting here, but my family has completely turned against me. Growing up, my parents always treated my older sister like she could do no wrong. She quit jobs, borrowed money, and somehow everyone else had to fix the mess. My grandparents secretly started a college fund for me when I was 10 because they knew my parents struggled financially. Only my parents had access until I turned 21. Last month, I went to check the account because I was finally transferring to university and it was empty. Every single dollar. At first, I thought it was a bank mistake. Then the bank showed me the withdrawal records. My mother admitted she'd given my sister access because she needed it more after another failed business. Nobody asked me. Nobody even planned to tell me. They just hoped I'd understand. When I confronted my sister, she didn't even apologize. She said, "It's family money. You can always take loans." My parents backed her up, saying education wasn't as important as helping family in a crisis. The worst part? My grandparents had passed away 2 years earlier, believing that money would help me build a future. I asked my parents how they could betray their final wish. My dad told me I was being selfish, and that bringing up my grandparents was emotional manipulation. I was furious. So I gathered every bank statement, every text message, and the paperwork proving where the money came from. Then I met with the lawyer who had handled my grandparents' estate. Turns out the account wasn't supposed to be touched for anything except my education. Someone had ignored those instructions. The lawyer encouraged me to take legal action. I hesitated because suing your own family sounds insane, but I couldn't let this go. A few weeks later, my parents were officially served. That's when the phone calls started. Aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone suddenly had an opinion. Apparently I was destroying the family over money. Funny how nobody said that when my future was stolen. Then something unexpected happened. My grandparents' longtime neighbor reached out after hearing what happened. She had copies of letters my grandparents had written about the fund. One sentence hit me the hardest. This money is for her future, and no one else's. Those letters became key evidence. My sister finally admitted she'd spent most of it on a luxury SUV, vacations, and paying off credit card debt. She still insisted she'd pay it back someday. The judge didn't buy any of their excuses. My parents and sister were ordered to repay the full amount with interest, and because of how the account had been handled, there were additional legal consequences they never expected. My relatives who called me selfish suddenly went quiet. A few even apologized after reading the court documents. I used the recovered money to enroll in university exactly as my grandparents had hoped. Last week, I walked across campus for orientation, carrying the acceptance letter I'd worked years for. My phone buzzed with one final message from my sister. "I hope you're happy. You chose money over family." I looked around at the campus my grandparents dreamed I'd attend and realized something. I didn't choose money. I chose the future they wanted for me, and for once, I refused to let anyone take that away. So Ada.